Hello and welcome to my channel. Since the lockdown began, there have been lots of webinars, panel discussions, and other online events being organized by various institutes. I have also organized several webinars, and out of all the platforms that I had used, I found StreamYard to be quite easy and quite effective and quite a beautiful platform of organizing webinars and panel discussions. So let us have a look at what are the features of this StreamYard and how to use it. So let me just go to this screen sharing. So in Google we can type StreamYard. Okay, StreamYard. So it will take you to the search results. So streamyard.com is the website. So if you visit this website, you will see there are several options: login, get started. Okay, so I have already logged in. So let me press the login option. So there you have to enter your email ID. Okay, then they will send you a login code in your email account. Okay. So just let me check it. Yeah, so this is the email that we have got from StreamYard. 024322. So it's a one-time code, you can use it. 024322, I think. 024322. So with this code you may log into your account. Okay, so there are some new features. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do is you need to set up a destination. When you log in for the first time, they will ask you to set up a destination. Okay, so here I have already chosen my destination as the YouTube channel. Okay, so whatever videos I live stream, okay, those will be available in my YouTube channel. Okay, so there are other options as well. You can live stream it in a Facebook page. You can live stream your meetings in a Facebook group or a Facebook profile, or Twitch, LinkedIn. Okay, there are several platforms, and Periscope, which is from Twitter. So I use only the YouTube channel. Okay, so it depends on you what channel you want to use, or what social media platform you want to use. Okay, so once you set up that, you link your StreamYard account to your YouTube or Facebook, you need to suppose you need to start a new meeting. Okay, so here there are some options which you might. I am using a free account here, but for our college we have already bought a 1-year version of StreamYard for academic purposes, so we are finding it quite useful. Okay, so here you can have a look at the plans. So the free plan is limited to 20 hours per month of live streaming. Okay, so you can do 20 hours live streaming per month for the free plan, and in the free plan the logo of StreamYard will be visible on the video. So if you upgrade, you can put your own logo or the logo of your institution. Okay, so as of now, let us continue with this free version. So suppose you want to start a meeting. So here there are several restrictions. You will need you can bring only 6 participants on screen at a time in the free version of StreamYard, and the version that we bought for our college, it allows 10 persons at a time on screen. Okay, not more than 10. So specifically StreamYard is used when you want only the organizers, the speakers, and some special guests to appear on your screen. Okay, and the other participants for the sessions, they can watch the program live on YouTube or Facebook. Okay, and there are several systems. The first question which comes up is usually how will the interaction take place, right, because the participants are not visible there. So I have done several almost 15 webinars till now, and I have seen this interaction system in this through StreamYard is quite useful, means quite lively, Okay, the interactions are through comments. The participants who cannot come on screen, they interact through comments on Facebook. We can display that on the screen. It's quite nice way of carrying out the interaction. Okay, and the speakers, organizers, guests, etc., they can come appear on screen, so that's not a problem. Okay, so once you are ready with the meeting, so you can click the create a broadcast option. So here I have already linked my StreamYard with my YouTube channel, so automatically this icon, my YouTube channel icon will appear. So once you do that in your profile also, your YouTube channel icon will appear here. Okay, so there are two options, whether you want to create the broadcast with record only, or you want to live stream to YouTube. So okay, so let us choose this live streaming option. So in that case, what will happen, you will be asked to enter a title. Okay, so let us enter a title, suppose trial for say meeting. Okay, or meeting. Okay, so I'm not making it public now, because if I make it public, it will be visible to everyone on YouTube at this moment, and they will not understand what is happening. So I'm making it unlisted, so anyone with the link can visit this. Okay, and there are several options. You can schedule it for later. So it will ask you for, suppose you are creating an event for tomorrow there is an event by some resource person. Okay, you want to create that event, so what we do is you can schedule it for tomorrow and upload one thumbnail. Say I am uploading one thumbnail, so the thumbnail is preferably 1280 by 720 pixels, which is the standard screen size of YouTube. Okay, you can see it here in the Pixlr online photo editor. Okay, so there you can create those thumbnails. See this dimensions. Okay, 1280 by 720. Okay, so if you create a thumbnail of that dimension, it will clearly means nicely fit into this StreamYard video thumbnail. Okay, so suppose I am uploading one thumbnail from this options. So I have the thumbnail here, string.png. Okay, so this is the thumbnail, so it fits exactly into the screen because I have made it in 1280 by 720 pixels. Okay, so just apply it, and then let us schedule it for today at say now it's 7:05, so let's say 7:10 p.m. Okay, so today at 7:10 p.m. we'll start the broadcast, right? So it's creating the broadcast. So this is the broadcast that is being created. Okay, suppose now you want to invite a guest to this broadcast. Suppose the speaker, maybe the head of your institution as an organizer, then the convener of your meeting. Okay, means anybody whom you want to appear on screen. So send this particular link to only those people. Okay, so here you will see that there is an option. You can have up to 6 people on screen at once. Okay, so if you upgrade, you will have 10 people on screen at once. So send this link to very selected people. Okay, so there are several options. You can copy this link and send it via WhatsApp or email. You can send it directly via this Gmail message. Automatically it will create a message. The details of the meeting will be written there. Okay, some short rules and all. Okay, you can send it to some guest that you want them to appear. Okay, so suppose I have sent it to mailme@debashissharma.in. Okay, so you can click send. Okay, so this mail has been sent, so the invitation to appear on this meeting has been sent. Okay, now suppose you want to change the options in your YouTube. Okay, so there are several options. Particularly it's better to deal with the comment section, because by default it will allow all comments to appear. So it might happen that somebody is giving some objectionable comments as well, so we need to filter those comments. Okay, so that's why you go to your YouTube studio and there you can change those options. Okay, so before you go live with any program, make sure you do this. Okay, so to avoid embarrassment in the live session. Okay, so many a times it is found that many some machine generated this unwanted messages also appear in the live chat box. Okay, so what we can do is you go to this channel videos, your YouTube studio, go to the live option, and then you will see the meeting that I have created. You have created, it's already there. Okay, so this is the trial meeting, trial for meeting. So just click on this details option, then you will have several options here. Okay, so this is the thumbnail option, is it made for kids and all. Okay, then you go to this more options. So here you can change this particular thing, allow all comments. Instead of that, just you can choose disable all comments, or you can choose hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. So usually I do this, I choose this option. Okay, and I keep the option of live chat also, and allow live chat to replay even after the session ends. When somebody visits this particular video, they can be able to see the live chat. Okay, so if you want, you can disallow that option also. Okay, so we have saved this. So now we are on the safe side. Now on the day of the meeting, what we do is we enter the we are the host, so the person who has created the meeting is the host. So host will enter into the so host will enter into the video. Okay, okay, start cam, just see the camera, close any other. Oh, okay, I'm already using one camera. Let me just okay. Right, okay, so I am already using one camera, so it's probably confused between these two. So let us enter without the mic and camera. You can enter when you enter for the first time, you just allow camera and mic options. Okay, and then you can enter into this particular studio. Okay, then there are several options like banners here, so you can keep the name of your program here. Let's say some program. So here, let's say here this I have already saved this. So what you can do is, when you enter the studio, you can just show this name of the program. Just go to this show option, and the name of the program will display as a ticker on the bottom. Okay, so everyone can view it. Okay, and then again, suppose you want to say something to the participants. Okay, so you can add several such banners here. Just go to create banner and add those banners. Okay, dear participants, feedback link will be provided at the end of the talk. Okay, like that. So suppose you are facing any technical problem. Okay, so many times it happens, so you may keep it created automatically once before the program, and you can display it if there is some technical problem. Okay, so then maybe we welcome questions. Okay, so this type of comments and all banners you can add. Another thing, there is a brand option here. If you go to this brand option, you will see there is a countdown timer as well. So before you go live, we have not gone live so far, there is a go live option here. So before we go live, it's always better to start a countdown timer. Okay, so this is the countdown timer, and while the countdown timer is on, we'll just click on this go live option. Okay, so once you go live, say this one, after we go live, okay, after we go live, this a red colored notice will be given here in the top left corner, live. Okay, so you can see that your program is already live. Okay, so now your guests haven't joined till now. Okay, so let us see, let me try if I can get this. Okay, just try from this mobile. Okay, this one. Where I got this. Okay, join me on StreamYard. So I have got a mail in my other email account. Okay, so I am entering from this. Okay. So yeah, so you can see here I have entered from a mobile, right? And if we click add to stream, once we click add to stream, the person will be added in the screen. Okay, so now you can see the guest here is added on the screen. Okay, so if you have another guest, you can add that guest also to the stream. So once they click the link that you have provided, they will appear as thumbnails here. Okay, so the administrator or the host can see all those people who have joined the studio. Okay, and as and when required, you can just click add to stream if you want them to the into this in the screen, and if you want to remove them from the screen, just click remove. You will get you can remove them from the screen. Okay, right? And if somebody comments on YouTube, okay, somebody if some comments are given on YouTube, say good questions, good question, okay, and then it's posted, so YouTube comments will be all visible here. Okay, and one can post those comments as well. Okay, so just let me just see. After I get this, after I get the comment, I have just clicked show option, so it will pop up on the screen, and every panelist, every organizer, those who are inside the studio, they can see this particular question popping up on the screen, and the viewers who are watching in YouTube also, they can see this particular question popping up on the screen. Okay, so that way the interaction can take place very nicely. I have done several such programs, and the interactions are quite lively. Okay, you can add some here also this, you can add some images here as a background. Okay, suppose this is one background by default. Okay, you can add some other backgrounds as well. Okay, but for that you need to upgrade your account. Okay, the free plan comes with only one example background. Okay, so for example, in the version that we have bought for our college, Gurucharan College, there we can add lots of backgrounds, lots of videos. Okay, so we have used this StreamYard to actually conduct the Teachers Day function as well. So students gave their performances as recorded videos, and we have uploaded them in the as small clips here, video clips. Okay, so maximum 5 minutes video clips you can upload, and there is no restriction on the number of video clips. Okay, and there is restriction on the size. Each video clip should be less than 100 MB. Okay, so it's better to upload lesser MB files so that it plays nicely. Okay, so once you upload a particular file there, you can actually play that on screen. Okay, and every viewer will be able to view it. Okay, so StreamYard is also a very good platform for conducting these functions as well, online functions. At the time of corona, it's difficult to arrange offline functions, so you can always go for online functions. Okay, so there is a share screen option as well, so you can share that screen, or the guests that you invite can share their screens. Okay, so one good thing about StreamYard is that once you set a particular time, you don't need to add means wait for the participants or the viewers to come, right? You can readily start your session once the speakers and the organizers are inside the studio. Okay, and there is no trouble of muting the participants and all, which we often see in these webinars in other platforms, where there is all the participants are inside the studio, and if suddenly some participant unmutes himself, then there is a problem. Okay, there is an echo problem or some other disturbance. So here we don't need to worry because the participants will watch them on YouTube. So we just need to care about the organizers and guests who are on screen or who are inside the studio. Okay, so it's a very nice platform to conduct webinars, panel discussions and all. Okay, we have conducted several ones. Let me end this broadcast and I'll just show it from my YouTube channel. Quite good. Okay, so let me show it from this YouTube. So we have a channel here of our college, GCC Academia. Let us show it from there, GCC Academia. So this is the channel. So here we have organized several panel discussions and all. Okay. Say this particular thing. So our college has already bought this StreamYard version, so that is why we can use the logo of our college at the top right corner. Okay.
Organized by Environment Cell and IQAC Gurucharan College, Silchar.
Okay. So this is an example of people
Today's
on
speaker,
screen, and
I also welcome
live chat box which is
Dr. Piyush Kumar Dotto, Senior Coordinator, World Wildlife Fund for India. On the
so this is how the live streaming went on for our college. Okay, so there are several options, several banners and brands you can edit as per your requirement. Okay, and I have found it quite useful. So this was all about using StreamYard. It's very simple, and I highly recommend this to persons or institutions who are looking for organizing these online events and all. Thank you.